The judgment has been spoken. The ground will resist him. His life will be restless, unstable, uncertain. But something has not ended. Because judgment is not the final word. There is still something left. Something unexpected. Cain speaks. My punishment is more than I can bear. Whoever finds me will kill me. And suddenly, fear enters the story. Not fear of God, but fear of people. At first glance, this doesn't make sense. There are only a few known people. Adam, Eve, Cain. Abel is gone. So who is whoever? The answer is already in Scripture. In Genesis 5:4, we are told, Adam had other sons and daughters. Generations had begun. Humanity was growing. Which means Cain knew something. There were others. And they would hear what he had done. Imagine this moment. A growing world. Families forming. Relationships building. And in that world, a story spreads. A brother killed his brother. And Cain knows what that means. There are no courts, no systems, no laws written. Only people, and grief, and anger, and the possibility of revenge. But something deeper is happening. For the first time, a human fears another human. Before this, fear was directed upward. Now, it turns sideways, human to human, because sin has changed the world. Not just spiritually, but relationally. Violence is no longer impossible. It is now known. And then, God responds. Not so. Anyone who kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over. This is the moment. The line that raises the question. Why would God protect Cain? Why not allow justice? Why stop revenge? The answer begins with a number. 7. In the Bible, 7 represents completeness, fullness, totality. So sevenfold does not mean a simple count. It means something complete, something severe, something that will not be ignored. God is saying, if anyone takes revenge on Cain, it will not be justice. It will multiply the problem. Because if revenge begins here, it will not stop. One life for one life. Then another. Then another. Violence would spread faster than humanity itself. So God intervenes. Not to excuse Cain, but to stop something worse. An endless cycle of revenge. This pattern appears later in Romans 12:19. Do not take revenge. Leave room for God's wrath. And in Genesis 4:24, Lamech later distorts this idea, escalating vengeance. Which shows something important. When humans take justice into their own hands, it grows out of control. God's statement to Cain was setting a boundary. And the Lord placed a mark on Cain. The Hebrew word is oath. A sign. A visible message. Not shame. Not humiliation. But protection. A declaration to others, do not touch this man. Because judgment belongs to God, not to people. This is difficult to accept. Because part of us wants immediate justice, clear consequences. But this moment reveals something deeper. God is not just dealing with one man. He is protecting the future of humanity. Because if revenge defines the beginning, it will define everything that follows. And maybe you felt this too. The urge to respond, to repay, to settle something. But where does it end? Cain leaves, marked, protected, but still carrying what he has done, still living with the weight of it. There's someone who needs to hear this. You'll know who. If this spoke to you, type I understand below. Because what happens next is unexpected. Humanity begins to grow. Cities rise. Generations expand. But something else grows too. Not just life, but corruption. And soon, the world will face something it has never seen before. What happens next will change everything.